Coach Tucker showed me some photos of the gym you and your man.
We've got some strong opinions on what you should focus on, but we'd like to get your input.
I want to do whatever I can to make sure that I'm a positive every time I step foot on the floor.
That's the baseline we expect of you. I'm going to need you to be a little more specific.
That's a good way of focusing on what I can control and doing a little bit of everything to make sure that we get the W.
That's solid reasoning. Practical. It's a good way to make incremental progress.
Oh, my bad. What up?
Well, you know, when you put it like that, makes me feel like I should be doing something more ambitious.
Coach is just setting expectations. That goal isn't the most glamorous, but it's a smart way to level up your game.
And that's what we need from you. Steady improvement and a commitment to excellence. It's a good choice, MP.
Okay, fantastic. Wish being a GM was always this easy.
There he is.
MP, I'm Donna. Nice to meet you.
So nice to meet you, Donna. My manager tells me
You
you're
see
one
my
of the
build,
best PR
though?
people in pro sports.
Well, I'm not sure
Nigga,
Mr. Wells
Shaq
has the requisite
build,
experience
you know what I'm
to make that
saying?
call, but I'm glad he thinks highly of me. Shall we talk media day?
Yeah, let's do it.
Now, this is all pretty standard fare, and I know Mr. Wells signed you up for
Right.
media training over the summer, so there shouldn't be anything you can't.
MP, let's bring it to me.
Let's go.
I'm telling you, Hunter, best movie I've seen in the past 20 years for sure. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
so I have to check it out.
definitely.
Hey,
Yeah,
can I
I
ask
sent you a
one last
picture.
question?
Of course, shoot.
So you grew up in Illinois, about a couple hours outside Chicago, right?
Right.
And I know you're too young to have watched Jordan's Bulls in the moment, but I was wondering, how has his legacy affected you as you developed into the player you are today?
MJ's legacy. Man, if you're a hooper from Illinois, that shadow that he casts, you know, it follows you everywhere.
Felt bad, yeah.
Yeah, people, you know, they still talking about looking for the next MJ like LeBron never happened.
Still, being from Chicago, that's a pretty heavy burden trying to live up to that.
It is, and it isn't, you know. I don't put pressure on myself for results. I put pressure on myself to work. If I put in as much work as possible, I'll live with whatever happens.
So you're not trying to one-up the GOAT.
Oh, nah, man. I'm trying to learn from him. You know, how he continued to evolve as a player, how he balanced taking over a game and still keeping his teammates involved. You know, do I think that I have greatness? Of course. You know, but it's not about comparing myself to MJ. It's about maximizing my gifts and my talents and using them in a way that leads to us winning more games. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, winning games. And that's what I hope to do here.
Nicely done. I can see that media training's paying off.
I was just honest, mostly.
But you didn't give them any bulletin board material, okay? It shows maturity and restraint. Look, I get it. Tooting your own horn feels really good when you've earned it the way you have. But you know what? The real pros, they let their game do the talking.
MJ did not hold back on.
MP, huge fan.
What's up, man? How you doing? You
Good.
right?
How are you? Hold that right there. Perfect. Great.
MP's about to tear it up. Shaking MP.
Yo, keep this thing to regulation. I got plans after the game.
Time to talk rotation.
Great. I've been looking for. This is all pretty straightforward.
Like Cliff said, communication is a big...
Get ready to light it up.
Yo.
So how'd it go with Coach? Any surprises? What'd he say?
Not really. If I want to be a starter, then I got to outplay the guy ahead of me. Simple as that.
Yeah. And that seemed fair.
It's sports. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, look, not to bring any extra motivation or anything like that, but you know only starters get endorsement deals, right?
I already know. You know, dudes on the bench ain't getting no shoe deal.
They're not. Not right now, but that day will come.
Okay.
For right now, let's just take this in. We in the league. I mean, you ever visualize something like this?
You know what, P, man? I never really thought about what the tunnel looks like, man.
No. I'm not talking about the...
Tonight, we've all been waiting for the start of a brand new NBA season. And welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K, and it's opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, BA. And this is perhaps my favorite.
Look for Miami. Bryant, he's checked in for Adebayo. Jaquez comes in for Jovic. And it's Rozier in for Butler. And let's go courtside. There's some news on MP.
Hey, Brian. Well, a lot of anticipation for the rookie MP as he makes his NBA debut tonight. I caught up with him before the game and asked if he had any reflections on his journey here, and he said, I had to grow a lot as a player, not just in skills, but in my approach to the game. He told me that it's been a long journey to get here, but that it's just the first step in the best chapter yet.
Well, Allie, I know a lot of people are excited about MP's potential. And Grant, a look here at MP, this year's first-round draft pick. He grew up outside of Chicago, and what a moment for him to enjoy his first NBA minutes.
And you talked to MP about his time growing up, and he shared that he studied Jordan and the Bulls. It's a dream come true for him to step out onto an NBA court and try to follow those footsteps.
Thomas Bryant out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Tyler Hero, then it's Terry Rozier, and it's Richardson in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
He's been off this whole period. unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Hey, guys. Well, the Magic were one of last season's most improved teams, and with the addition this summer of contagious Caldwell Pope, they've addressed an area of real need. Players who can space the floor, add to their already stout defense, and has championship pedigree. They're going to continue to rise in this league, guys.
Absolutely. All right, Shams, thanks very much. On the wing, Rozier. He's covered by Suggs. Pass to Hero. Over Anthony. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Hero's got 7 now in this quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
And here's Carter. Wagner, the pass to MP. And there's a 3-second violation.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Adebayo's checked in for Miami. Butler comes in for Rozier. Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Orlando. Caldwell Pope comes in for Anthony. Richardson, no good. Magic trail by 10. Suggs, the pass to MP. The ball's knocked loose. Butler with the ball. He's picked up by Banchero. Outside Butler. Pass to Hero. Itaquez on the wing. He's checked by Carter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. 20 feet out. Itaquez no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
MP, the pass to Banchero. Pulls up on the wing. That one a tad offline, but it drops in for him. Banchero's got 10 points in the game.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Pass to Hawkins. The 3. Yes. And it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Hawkins has got 6 here in the quarter.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Butler against Banchero. Butler passes to Hawkins. Here's Hero. The shot's good. 13 points in the game.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Here's MP. That shot off.
You know, he looked uncomfortable there, making plays at the rim, not his strength.
And we finished off one half of play. Miami out in front. They lead by 13. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
When I look at Miami, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes, everything in preparation.
And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Magic.
They're within striking.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been a...
And after a very lopsided... in for Orlando. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So for Orlando right now, on the wings, it's Caldwell Pope and Wagner. MP is out there with Paolo Banchero. And it's Suggs in at the point guard. And a foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Richardson. Hero outside. Richardson against Suggs. Richardson, the pass to Hero. Clock at 4. Here's the 3.
And this half has been a totally different story from deep. Having a harder time getting shots to fall.
Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers. They don't commit cheap fouls. And they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Outside, Caldwell Pope. On the wing, MP. Back to Banchero. They need this. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the 3. Caldwell-Pope's got 6 points.
I think Caldwell-Pope has done a nice job developing into a legit deep ball threat.
Pass to Jovic from outside the arc. Here's Adebayo. The rebound by MP.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Over to the wing. Here's Suggs. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by Jovic.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Butler finds Adebayo over MP. And no good, trying to use the glass.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Clark, he's a former 1-1 back in 2022. The league better watch out. Paolo Banchero is coming.
And he's coming with force, B.A. Loved him his 1 year in college. Loved his mobility, his strength, his savvy, and all of that on display as he's going to be one of the bright stars in the years ahead in the NBA.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Caldwell-Pope. No good on the second free throw. I'll say this. Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Pass to Hero. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Butler taking his time here. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for Orlando. Trailing by 17. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that's a 1-game homestand for the club. And it's Wagner missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And that one's good. Jovic.
The passing of Hero keeps getting better and better as his career goes on.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. A different look for Miami. Love is checked in for Adebayo. Jaquez comes in for Jovic. And right side. Now Banchero. MP, a screen on Rozier. To the paint. Here's MP. Lays it up and banks it in. MP's got his first points of the game.
Well, MP goes through the defense for the score. Wow.
Here's Butler. From the high post, he drills it. And the Heat lead by 19.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Hero outside. Pass to Rozier. Back to Hero. Butler against Banchero. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Butler has never lacked the willingness to be aggressive and to hunt contact, and You got to love that toughness aspect about Jimmy Butler's game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses.
Well, you go back and look at the career that Jimmy Butler's had. Hard to believe that he was the 30th pick of the draft when he came out of college. You got to say that scouts kind of missed on that one.
And he's good on the second. Magic trail by 20. MP right side. MP, a screen on Butler. And it's Banchero with a 3. Banchero's got 4 points this quarter.
It's important that you have big men who can shoot in this day and age, and this guy can really stretch the floor.
And so it's the Miami Heat leading by 17 at the end of the period. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Bam Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Josh Richardson. Then it's Duncan Robinson, and it's Jaquez in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Rozier, and he gets the bucket. All right, Greg, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really... just all depends. And that's what happens when you let MP get positioning inside.
And we played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Adebayo over MP. Adebayo, no good.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
Here's Anthony. And again, it's Orlando converting.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Miami leading by 13. Rozier looking around. Adebayo from long range. Rebound by the Magic.
You know, it hasn't been his best outing, but they still find themselves in the driver's seat here.
MP right through him.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac. I mean, a solid teammate is always ready to share the sugar.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. So for Miami, Jovic, he's...
Come on, MP.
Minute 32 left to play in the fourth. Pass to Wagner.
Right here.
And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out. Out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor. And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Heat.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Bam Adebayo.
He had a surplus of energy tonight, providing defensive help all over the floor and making it seem like they had 6 guys out there instead of 5.
And so MP will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. It's an 18-point game. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Pass to Harris. MP, a screen on Robinson. Count that bucket.
Yeah, good work by MP, noticing when someone else has a superior opportunity to score.
So no problem for Miami as they get the win. They didn't have to.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
like thinking. Stuck up, but I never conceded. Whenever ever retreated, you never seen in every dream that I ever dreamt. I exceeded, seemed my legacy. I definitely needed controversy. I always fed on, I needed, treated like a truck hit a head on. I meet it, I get on a beat, and it's like that. I got a tiger song is playing in my head on repeat. I've been knocked down so many times, can't count. Sometimes it does not pan out. That's just the way that the card hands down. John Manziel, odd man out. Heavyweight, where the Scott Van Pelt. I can't help but feel like a victim of, cause I am bound to get that way beyond crazy, shady, gone. But hey, maybe I'm the GOAT, the bitch on, and maybe drawn, and that's why they be on it, they be on. Cause Cody McGuire got bit by a spider, but see, me, it was a go. If you want space, I hope you take your helmet off soon as you get up to Venus. And even while sleeping, be thinking so low. White Cartiers, all I'm seeing is my city laying, and I'm Obi-Wan, got a mission to pass, I just might need to know.
Come on, man. You see it. Don't want to leave Coach waiting.
He must love you.
That's not the impression I get.
$1 baby. Yeah, this build fucking crazy. I thought that Shaq build was hard. Oh, this Wilt build is better. It's even better. Let's see if I can hit a little fader. A little turnaround. Almost smack that motherfucker in, though. See if I can pull it through. Dude, what the fuck, bro? Come on.
Alexa, what time is it?